You can't do that, Dave. You can't do this. Dave. Megadeth, self-titled. Let's talk about it before we start listening. This is the 17th and final studio album by American thrash metal band Megadeth. Produced by Dave Mustaine and Chris Rakestraw. Released January 23rd, 2026. Megadeth's only album with guitarist Timu. Sorry, that's Timu's theme sound. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm compelled to do that. As I read already down. I got a bunch of those in here. It's the first album since 2009's Endgame to feature bassist James Lamenzo. Dirk Verbruggen on drums, the Belgian drummer formerly known for Soilwork. Okay, nice, cool. 4 singles released: Tipping Point, I Don't Care, Let There Be Shred, and Puppet Parade. Received mixed to positive reviews from critics, but it's the band's first and only album to reach number 1 on the Billboard 200, which I say congrats to that, Dave. Congrats, man. That's cool. The Billboard 200 is interesting because it's not just like rock or metal or alternative charts. It's you're competing against Taylor Swift, pop music, hip-hop music, folk music, jazz music. Sade might be on that list, dude. You beat out Sade, potentially.
Hello, me. Meet the real me.
The new self-titled album earned 73,000 equivalent album units in the United States in the week ending January 29th, marking the act's best week by units earned since the chart began ranking in December of 2014. The bulk of the sum was driven by pure album sales, purchasing of physical and digital copies totaling 69,000. That's the biggest sales week for any Megadeth album since '99, when Risk opened with 74,000 units sold. Of the album's 69,000 sales, physical purchases of CD, vinyl, and cassette tapes totaled 56,000, with 22,000 of that sum on vinyl. That marks Megadeth's best week on vinyl in the modern era. Pretty cool. I mean, I wonder how much them putting Ride the Lightning had to do with that. Megadeth's debut of 73,000 units marks the lowest sum at number 1 on the Billboard 200 since last May, when SZA's SOS returned to number 1 on the May 3rd dated chart with 52,000 units. One of the things I found interesting about the record is that most of it was co-written by Timu, with the only sole writing credit to Dave Mustaine being the single I Don't Care. Mastered by, guess what? Bringing it all back home. Guess who mastered the album? One Mr. Death Magnetic known Loudness War, Ted Jensen. But you know me, I'm the same OG, I keep it low key. I don't give a fuck what the critics say. We're going to find out for ourselves right now. And for the YouTubers out there, I'm not going to be able to play the music, so you're just going to see me at the end of the song reacting to it and giving you my score. You will be able to see the video of everything on Patreon. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get into it here with track 1, called The Tipping Point. Here we go. All right, little guitar harmony. Go get him, Timu. Okay. That's a nice little hook. I really like this chorus. Ooh, it's slowing down. Nice gong placement. I wonder if he's at his tipping point. Wow, okay, tipping point. Rockin' ending. Kind of a strange outro, actually. I love the chorus. I'm kind of bummed that they never sang the chorus again. You push me, I push you back. I'm at my tipping point. It's pretty cool. The solos, to me, obviously are awesome, but they sound like video games. You know what I mean? They sound like Road Rash. But I gotta say, and this was one of the singles, pretty strong for me, actually. I'm gonna give that on first listen a 6.5. Up next, we have another single. This is the only song on the album that Dave Mustaine wrote by himself. Again, shout out to Timu for getting co-writes on all this, dude. Let's see what's going on with I Don't Care.
I don't care if you're getting high.
It's not nice. All right, Timu. This is the chorus. All right, Dave Mustaine solo. Oh, him and Timu are trading here. The solos are doing this interesting slow pan. Reminds me of Guns N' Roses. Okay, I Don't Care. First impression is, first of all, yeah, you do. And we know that you do care deeply. This is a he doth protest too much vibe. Very interesting chorus. He was a hater and a thief, a maggot and dead meat. A traitor and a creep, a jack-off and a sheep. You know a rat never learns. You get what you deserve. You got to know that I just don't care. Okay. It reminded me of the sillier songs on the Use Your Illusion albums, which, by the way, big fan. It reminded me of like My World, Shotgun Blues. I was having trouble locating it, but it had a kind of that Axl Rose, pre-Chinese Democracy, but the crazy Axl Rose in those Use Your Illusion era songs. And it was an interesting listen. I don't know if I would listen to it again, but the Guns N' Roses things that it bubbled up in me, for that reason, I do give it a 5 out of 10. All right, up next we have curiously titled Hey God. Pretty cool solo. All the solos are doing a weird panning thing. That stuff in the verse is so sick. Very 90s. Is he walking the streets of Franklin, Tennessee alone? Do you? Wow, okay, Hey God. First impressions, I did not like that song. Don't hit me with the confessional, I'm going to talk to God for a minute. And then it's just so like, hey God, it's me. Uh-oh, meet the real me. Where's that one at? We got it in here. Shit.
Gives me a migraine headache.
Oh boy. I mean, hold on.
Most valued possession.
Hey God, I need a minute of your time. I know that I've been missing lately. I've had a lot of things on my mind, dude. Have you? Hey God, I feel my life slipping away. There's so much left I want to do. The years are passing like days. I mean, it's sad. And then the big statement, the big core statement is, sometimes I feel so insecure as I walk these streets alone. Hey God, it feels like you're so far away. I know it was me that moved. I never had that much. This is like a praise and worship song, dude. There's something really cool happening in the verses. I wonder if it was Dave or Timu who came up with it, but there's this awesome, like, textural kind of counter melody that sounds very 90s, very Brother Kane. And for that reason, I did give it a 2 out of 10. Moving right along here. Let There Be Shred. Is that the worst title ever? Let's see if the song can make up for it. Let There Be Shred. Pretty crispy riff. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, I love this riff. All right, Timu. I guess every song's going to have a bunch of solos in it. I find that sort of boring and annoying. Don't these all sound the same to y'all? All right, let's go down at halftime, baby. I like the tempo changes. All right, we're back up to normal speed. Okay, Let There Be Shred. I mean, it reminded me in a good way of Gwar. Big Gwar fan, my beloved Gwar, kind of reminded me of something off Battle Maximus. Here's the difference. Gwar is supposed to be over the top and funny, and like, it's funny, but I don't know if he means it to be funny. The stage has been lit, get up on your feet, hearts start to pound, everyone get off your seat. My fingers spontaneously combust into flames, destroying pretenders, only ashes remain. He is killing you with the shred, dude. Well, the day I was born, a guitar in my hands. The earth started rumbling, a thunderous command to bash and to thrash, to bang my head, to smash my guitar, and let there be shred. I mean, guys, this is funny and not in a great way. And I'm also at the point now where the guitar solos are starting to sound really samey and really boring. Amazingly performed, and like, I'm not saying I could do it better. There's nothing like that. But I'm just being honest. It's all kind of blending together for me. The tempo changes were nice in the song. That post-chorus 2 riff chug-a-lugged. I liked it. All right, I couldn't give it more than a 2, though. That one got a 2 out of 10. Up next, The Puppet Parade. Now, if you are a guy who started a band out of spite, because maybe you got fired from Metallica, they did sort of disgrace you by putting you on that Greyhound bus, shipped you off with no warning. And you go, you know what I'm going to do? He talks about he came up with the whole concept for Megadeth on that bus on the way back to L.A. or San Francisco, wherever the fuck. He started this awesome band that has stood the test of time and sold millions of albums and all this. But if you're that guy and you're going to make your final album and you're going to put Ride the Lightning on it, don't put a song on it called Puppet Parade. Because all people are going to do is think about Master of Puppets. Let's see what's going on with Puppet Parade. Here we go. Track 5. I actually like this lyric. Alright, so it is a Master of Puppets ripoff. You guys hearing these lyrics? Tell it to the Reader's Digest. Ooh, let's get a little sensitive here. Like a Master of Puppets. This sounds like Days of the New. Sounds like the Downtown. This is awesome. That's cool. Okay, Puppet Parade. It's As I Feared. This is a song called Puppet Parade by a guy that desperately wants to still be in Metallica, and it is a song about drugs using you as a puppet. I punch your clock, I play a role, but every day it's the same. The party's loud, the drinks are cold, but nothing dulls the pain. I bite my tongue, I sell the lie, pretend that I belong. Another shot, another high, make it a double and make it strong. I like that. I'm into that. No voice, no choice, you must obey. Obey your master? You can't do that, Dave. You can't do this. Dave. You can't do what you've done with this Metallica thing your whole career, and then on your final album, put a song called Puppet Parade about how you're not using drugs, the drugs are using you, yes, 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 and use the word obey. You can't do it. When the blood runs cold and the plans we've made, where the strings are pulled and the traps are laid, where the lies are truth and our lives are trade, as we march in line in a puppet parade. Look, let's talk about what I liked about it. The music to the chorus is cool. There is an attempt at melody. I'm not sure how far it gets. The music rocks. I love the post-chorus riff. The solos are awesome. These are my favorite solos. There's a killer halftime breakdown in the song. Musically, the back half of this song really did it for me. It's one of the stronger songs. It does take a hit for the blatant pandering to Metallica's Master of Puppets. And for that reason, I do give it a 5.5. So far, we haven't gotten beyond Tipping Point, which was a 6.5. Up next, we have Another Bad Day. I'm happy to report that I like this so far. Okay, dude, we're rocking. I like this. It's His to Lose. This is my favorite so far. Oh, no. He lost a tooth. Dude, it's a bad day when you lose a tooth. This is my riff, dude. Coolest riff on the album. That verse was better. Ooh, reprising that riff. I love this part, dude. Give me the whole record of this. All right, well, let's start with the good. I mean, that's easily coolest riff on the whole album so far. That was track 6. And I said right before the lyrics started, it's His to Lose. Woke up on the floor again, no idea just where I've been. My phone is dead and the rent is due. I lost my job, and I'm not making this up, guys. And I lost a tooth. It's just another bad day. It's a bad day when you lose a fucking tooth, dude. I really don't like the choruses. The choruses really bring it down for me. And the drums need some sauce on them, baby. Let's get some reverb on the drum. Let's do something to the drums. Guitar solos, again, I sound as repetitive as guitar solos. They're boring, but they're awesome. They're no joke. They're very well composed and they're very melodic, and there's a lot of shred-tastic shit going on. But that's just not for me. I'm not interested. That's on me. I'm not saying. I'm just whatever. I don't know how else to say that. I had to give it. The riff is so good. The beginning and ending riff is so good that I had to give it a 6 out of 10. Could have been higher. We are working our way here to a blistering conclusion. The next song, Made to Kill. Oh, fuck yeah, Dave. Kind of sounds like You Could Be Mine drum intro. Pretty mean guitars, dude. I like this riff a lot, too. Payback's a bitch, motherfucker. Guitars are panning again. Ay. Okay, Made to Kill. Great outro riff. I mean, he's ending a lot of these strong, which is pretty smart. But I am getting tired. I am getting tired of the album. I don't know what's going on with Made to Kill. Born to lose, trained to fight, hates the dark, defends the light, taught to pray, yet made to kill. Life's a game, do as thou will. Do as thou will. Wave the flag, then torch the town, come in peace and burn it down. I like that, actually. He gets into all this desert shit at the end. Burning maps, foreign lands, kings all drink the blood-soaked sand. Votes are cast in smoke and steel. You say we the people, what's the deal? Cold eyes, dead hands of greedy on the desert lands. Rusty tanks, a Saharan rain. Fleeting hope and coming pain. Crack a smile, bite your tongue, play the fool or die too young. Iron mist on golden dunes. Freedom fades underneath the moons. I got to give this one a 2 out of 10, dudes. That one's going to get a 2 out of 10. That's a no from me, dog, as they say in the parlance of our times. We've got 3 more here. Obey the Call. Kind of 90s. Little Alice in Chainsy. It's a really cool guitar part. the rhythm part. Again, every solo, it's like they learn this trick where you pan the solos. God, these long verses, dude. Oh, goody, another solo. More panning. Nice drums. More guitar solos. Whoa! That riff coming out of the solo is sick. Damn, I bumped that up. I bumped that up there at the end. He's finishing these songs really strong, which is really smart. I had it at a 3 out of 10. Then I bumped it to a 3.5, then a 4, then a 4.5. Very cool intro, a lot of guitar solos. They're doing this thing on this whole album. Anytime you hear, if you're listening in cans at all, anytime you hear a guitar solo, they're doing this thing where they're slowly panning it left to right, which is cool, like just a couple of times. We don't need that every time. And when him and Timu trade, what they should do is just have one of them on the left and the right. And then that way you sort of understand who's playing what. But interesting guitar work. There's cool riffs in this whole thing. The chorus, there's an attempt at a melody in the chorus. Dave, unfortunately, can't really sing it. So if you grade on a curve, knowing kind of what their limitations are, it's another Megadeth song, you know? But some of these riffs kind of got me there at the end. There's like really cool drum shit. And for that reason, I gave it a 4.5 out of 10. Up next, we have I Am War.
As I read already down.
Flanger. See, a little tonal texture, little effects is nice. That sounds good. The songs tend to start and end very strong. Hello, me.
I know myself.
It's me again. Okay. A lot of these would be killer instrumentals. I mean that sincerely. This musically is fucking awesome. Okay, Dave. This is sick. This kind of sounds like Ghost. Oh, they panned the solo. Isn't that cool? First lyrics, I know me, I know myself.
Hello, me. Meet the real me.
This was one of my favorite songs on the whole album. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Flanger intro, we got some effects going on. It's sort of morose and plotting. There's a really cool bridge. The chorus has a lot of melody, and the guitar solo panned left to right. Can you believe that? Every solo is panning left to right. Like they just discovered the secret. But somehow that got the highest rating after Tipping Point, which got a 6.5. Okay, the last note, and this is sad to me because Ride the Lightning, the cover, you guys know my thoughts about that. We've covered that, is the bonus track, which, so I get it, it's a bonus track. But how poetic for the last song on your last album to be called The Last Note. It just feels like conceptually a misstep to the last thing that on your new album, which is your last album, to be this Metallica thing. It gums up the messaging. Let's see what's going on with The Last Note, and then we'll find out what the final score was for the new Megadeth album. I like this. Okay. God, these long verses. Guitar got heavy. Classical guitar solo. Oh, we're back to Road Rash. The reverse piano vibe. My sneer. It has like a sad cowboy feeling or something. Okay, The Last Note. It tried to be epic. You know, he doesn't have the lyrical ability, and it's a shame. He should have had people co-write at least that song with him lyrically. Maybe Timu did. Oops, sorry. You know, there's a real opportunity there to sum up the career, the angst, the heartbreak, the success, the triumph. You know, everything you've been through, travel, your music took you across the whole world, millions of fans, millions of albums sold, tough years, great years, years of substance abuse, years of getting clean, starting a family. You know, there's just all these really blunt imagery of like, the guitar got too heavy. I had to put it down. Each mile the road has worn me thin. Each song has gotten beneath my skin. The strings and amps still scream and cry, and I cannot run the spinning hands of time. That's okay. One last night before the silence falls, one last chord to echo through these walls. It's like, I don't know. We don't need to really... We're supposed to imagine you in like a gladiatorial arena with standing in front of a martial stack. It's just, the opportunity was to say something spiritual and human, not to continue pretending that you're like a metal adventurer. The final curtain falls, a quiet end to it all. Now it's just memories in my mind, fading lights and names. If I ever play again, then let this last note never die. Okay. I burned up my youth almost every night. Each show becomes a battle and a fight. Raised on chaos, fed by the crowd. The guitar got heavy, time to lay it down. And then he ends it. I mean, how are you going to put the word sneer in your like last thing, dude? They gave me gold, they gave me a name, but every deal was signed in blood and flames. All right. So here's my last will, my final testament, my sneer. I came, I ruled, and now I disappear. You're going to end your album with the name of a Metallica song. Why? Timu, why didn't you help him? Where were you? I give that song a 5 out of 10. I really like. I mean, most of these songs would be killers instrumentals, honestly, only really into such that they would accompany Road Rash 5. The aggregate score that I gave all of these is a drumroll, please. A 4.6 out of 10. The new Megadeth album. All right, we did it. And again, it takes 6 listens to know whether you like something or not. This might still yet be my favorite, not only Megadeth album, but album of 2026. Who knows? Let me know what you think. Send me an email, metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com. There's ways to support the show. Check out the YouTube. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. I'll see you on the flippity floppity. Peace.